All right, we've been talking about the spike in commodity prices over the last, say, 12 months, and certainly today, well, our next guest knows quite a bit about these markets and the challenges facing business owners in the current economic climate. We're joined now by Ralph Sayer. He's the CEO of Johnsonville Sausage. It's a maker of sausage products with operations in 30 countries. And of course, many of us here in the U.S. grew up eating Johnsonville sausages. Ralph, such a pleasure to have you on Fast Forward. I got to get your perspective right away. As a CEO of a U.S. company, what do you make of events in Washington? Are you breathing a sigh of relief on today's news that this debt compromise was reached and it passed both the House and Senate?
I think it's a good thing. I'm hoping that there won't be any more surprises, any more panics. I mean, we've had about 3 years of it, and it's been a real damper on business activity, I'll tell you. And you can see it in the economy in the last few months. And maybe this will be it. I mean, we've all been sitting around waiting for the next shoe to drop, and maybe we're done now. It would be good because there's a lot of money on the sidelines. People have been shoring up their balance sheets, conserving cash, waiting to see what kind of a climate we're going to have, and maybe we're on the right road now. We'll see.
Now, you also are working in a space that's been particularly difficult to manage because of commodity prices. We were talking a little bit earlier. We had David Stroud from TS Capital Partners. He's been emailing me today looking at how the grains actually spiked after news of the Senate passing of the bill was announced. How are you managing around that, and how much of a headwind has that been, commodity prices, for you?
Oh, it's been huge. It's been terrible. We couldn't pass it on in 2009. Eventually, all proteins have gone up, so we've been able to start passing on prices, which we've done, and hopefully there won't be any more. Corn has abated a little bit, but one thing people have to know that we are at the lowest amount of grain reserves in the world that we've been at in many, many years, and that's due. Well, a lot of it's due because we're grinding up food to make gasoline. The ethanol program, 40% of the corn in this country goes to ethanol, and they're talking about some people are trying to get it increased. It's crazy. It just can't happen.
Very quickly, though, too, you have operations in several other countries. Is that helping offset some of what's happening here in the U.S.?
Other countries are feeling it just as bad as we are. The prices are spiking everywhere. Most countries subsidize their food, and that's why you're seeing all the Midwest unrest in the Mideast, because those subsidies are no longer working. I mean, people want food, and the costs have gone up so much. And we're at a crossroads. We're either going to produce more grain, or we're going to have even more revolutions.
All right, Ralph, we're going to have you back. Unfortunately, we got to leave it there.